Hi, my name is Chris Christensen, and I am the Technology Director for Addison Community Schools. And the purpose of this screencast is to show you, either teachers or administrators, students, how to create your own Google site um, and then use that site for the different purposes that are available. The nice thing about Google Sites is that it's simplistic. It's a nice place to manage document sharing, and it's also a great place to begin to develop a web presence. Um, we at Addison use it for our Board of Education, and then I've been testing an intranet site that we haven't released as well, as you can notice on the screen. So the very first thing to do is to go to the sites link inside your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can get one for free. Um, just sign up for Gmail, and then you'll see the sites button up there. And so after you click on sites, you have the create button over here. You click on create, and there is a gallery of templates you can use if you'd like. Um, and Schools and Education has one, classroom site, project work site, um, and lots of different ones that you can use. Um, we're just going to use a classroom site. So we select it, it's already selected for us, and we need to name it. It creates the URL down here, but if you want to, you can change this URL. And I'm just going to change it to my usual handle, Christensen143. And it has the selected theme down here. Lots of different themes to choose from. I'm going to stick with the basic colors for Addison, so red and black, so we'll go Solitude, Cherry, and then I think we're all set. So we can then click on Create up here at the top. It's one of the nice things with the new Gmail and Google Sites and Documents is everything stays on that top bar. We click on Create, and after much anticipation, Google has created a new site for us. For teachers, one of the really cool parts about this is that it does have the Meet Your Teacher on the left-hand side here. It has the About page for you and so forth. And these are all great, and you can affect this stuff and see how it has lots of things that you can put in a poll. And inside of the template itself, it has different ways you can do things. But one thing I want to do is show you how to create a page. Up here, you have the plus sign on a page, and that's to create a new page. And we're going to create the new page. We're going to make this a file cabinet because it's going to be something that will hold files for us. We will name the page My Classroom Files. And we're going to put the page at the top level. Page is all set to go. And we click on Create. We use file cabinets at Addison on the board website, and this allows our board members to look at different files and try to keep the board meetings as paperless as possible. In the case of a teacher, kind of the same thing. You have the ability to create a paperless type of environment. Again, it's a stretch to say that we can go completely paperless, but it helps to have things out there. You can see now that it has My Classroom Files and it has the Add File. You can add a file, which is fairly easy. Click on Add File, choose a file, and you can go to your Documents folder, and you can click on File, and we'll go with the Bubblegum Experiment, and file description. And we upload. And you can see the files located here. Now, in some instances, you may want to have a subfolder. And to do that, you are going to need to create a new page. But this time, I'm going to put the page under My Classroom Files. The easiest way to do that is to go to the page you want to put it under, which I was just on. But if that is not the case and you're on the home page and you want to put it underneath of your classroom site, you can simply click on choose a different location down here and choose any one of these that you can put it under. You can see my classroom files is already chosen here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to name this first hour. And do a file cabinet again. I'm fine with the URL, but you can change it if you'd like. I click on create. Now, one thing you will notice when it makes its way back, if you click on it properly, I still don't have it on the side here. You will need to add it to the navigation, and it's not all that difficult to do that. We click on manage site. Go to the site layout on the left-hand side here, and then the navigation is listed on the sidebar. And we're going to click on edit for that. It has homework, homework assignments, extra credit, and contact me. I want to add my page that I've already made. On top of that, I'm going to change this to Mr. Christensen's classroom. Remember, we're working off of a template that is pre-made for us, so this would be obviously something we would want. Clicking on add page, it's going to load up my pages so that I can choose from them. And my classroom files, which has the first hour located under it, we're going to add that. Pull this down here. I've highlighted it. Notice if you look closely, it's kind of pink. I click OK. My classroom files is now in the navigation. I've changed the name. You can choose to have it automatically organized. I like to organize my own pages in my own order. I click OK. Make sure you click Save. You can preview it first if you'd like. And now we can go back to my classroom site. And my classroom files are here. If I click on my classroom files, that subfolder or subpage that I created is located right here, first hour. Obviously, you would want to put first hour's files in there. And one idea that you could use is that you could make this my classroom files a web page or an announcements page of some sort. You have different options you can use with that. Look over the different categories of pages to see which ones you want to use. So now we've figured out how to create a new page. You can also edit a page, and let's say in this case, like I said, that I wanted to edit the page. I can add, first of all, I can add something to the top that has a description. These files are for my classes. Get homework here. And I can say, notice there's two navigations on this as well. There are lots of other things out here. You can get rid of this navigation if you'd like, back in the manage site page. But one thing we can do that is interesting is that we can change the page template. Remember I said that originally I made this a file cabinet. But let's say I wanted to change it to an announcements page. Now it has these files from my classes, get homework here, but you can also post announcements. Now, one thing that it has done, though, is that it has taken away the subpage that was located on here. If I go back to change page template and go back to, let's say, a web page and change. My sub page comes back. So it's important if you need sub pages to not use an announcements page as a sub page from what I've been able to take from this. But now it's just a regular web page, and I can edit it if I'd like. You can have attachments on regular web pages. It's a little easier with a file cabinet page if you're going to have a lot of files. But there are different things that you can use different pages for. So this is kind of a short breakdown of how to use this. I think one other thing to look at too is being able to edit the profile. The About Me page is a regular web page. You would edit that page up here. But I'm just tech guy, attending the teacher. And I save it. But also, you're going to want to edit that picture over on the side. And so we're going to go to Manage Site and go back to the site layout. Now remember, on that left sidebar, there's a navigation and then another navigation. In between there is text. We go to edit that. Apologize for the stuffed up nose. It has the Meet Your Teacher text box. This is just an image that you can make go away. To put that image back in, you would insert the image, and I'm going to choose from my pictures. I'll choose a picture of me and my beautiful wife. And click OK. I'll align it to the center. But a very important thing is going to be the size. And I'm going to go with small. Now, this is a very nice thing because you don't have to choose, what size or anything like that. What kind of pixels and so forth. You just choose small. And I will change this to Meet Your Tech Guy. And click here to read, because all this click here does is go to the About page. And I click OK. And I click Save. I go back to my classroom site. And now on the left-hand side, my picture is there. Meet Your Tech Guy is here. And lots of other things that you can do. So this has just been a short breakdown of how a teacher, administrator, tech guy could use Google Sites for a classroom site that's a little bit more than what you would have in a basic, say, Fusion page from School Fusion, or other pages that you're given, just a page on a school website. So again, if you ever have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me, Christensen143@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. You can also find me on Twitter. Christensen143 is the handle there, and you can find me on Facebook, Christensen143. So have a great day.